CBS 4 News starts with a story breaking on the east side. A wild police chase ends after the suspect car flips on two wheels. The driver jumps off, runs off on foot. Tonight, that driver is in custody.
Yeah, two young kids inside that car have also been taken to the hospital. CBS 4's Kendall Downing is on the scene near Sherman and Southeastern with the very latest.
That Blazer you see behind me being loaded up, one that was involved in a pretty wild chase, police having to use a tactical mover to try and get that driver to stop.
A pit maneuver causes the vehicle to go up on its side on two tires.
What's a pit maneuver?
A pit maneuver is a maneuver used by the trained officers to cause the vehicle to spin out and then the engine to turn off. And that way they can try to end the pursuit before it even really gets started.
The tires on the vehicle eventually went flat. When police got to that Blazer, they found the driver who had fled. They were able to apprehend him. There was also a woman who was in the passenger seat and two children that were in the back seat. Those two children did not have any serious injuries, but they were taken to Riley Hospital as a precaution. On the near southeast side, I'm Kendall Downing. Now back to you.
Kendall, thank you very much. The driver told police that he ran from the original traffic stop because he had a warrant out for his arrest. IPD says that 3 cruisers were damaged when they tried to stop the SUV, but the damage is minor. Originally, there were reports that one officer had been injured, but turns out that was just a pulled muscle and not a result of this chase.
Look at these incredible new images tonight into our studios from a tornado outbreak in Oklahoma. Storm chasers gave us this clear and up-close view of a twister as it carved a path of destruction tonight.
I'm going to agree. It's going to be at least probably an EF2 tornado. A very strong, violent wind right there at the surface.
At least 2 people are dead tonight in southeastern Oklahoma. Those tornadoes leveled barns and homes, snapped trees, and flipped cars. Forecasters say millions of people are still in the path of potentially violent weather tonight. A live look at Guardian radar now. Rain moving through parts of central Indiana right now. The Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Chris Wright is tracking our chances for thunderstorms and severe weather. Chris?
Yeah, Bob, we're going to have a very wet day of weather, but nothing like down in Oklahoma. They had 9 tornadoes across the state of Oklahoma today, and also a tornado touchdown in Iowa and 1 in Nebraska. Meanwhile, here at home, we've got some scattered showers moving through central Indiana. The heaviest band of rainfall has already moved on to our north, but I'm going to show you some new thunderstorms developing down across southeast Missouri. That's tracking this way. That'll be coming in late tonight, early tomorrow morning, giving us more heavy rainfall just in time for the morning rush hour. We also have some fog, visibility about 4 miles in Peru. You can see about 5 miles from Lafayette on down through Indy. We're going to stay with a patchy fog out there for tonight. And here comes another round of rain and thunderstorms coming in early tomorrow morning. Showers and storms will be likely for the morning rush hour. We'll see another line developing for tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk about those afternoon storms and whether or not they'll be severe coming up in your Weather Authority forecast.
Okay, Chris, thank you. New at 11 o'clock, thieves caught on camera breaking into a gun shop, but they left without any guns.
Tonight, police are hoping this video will lead to their arrest. CBS 4's Lindsay Eaton is in Fortville now to tell us exactly what happened.
These thieves used a rock as a weapon and smashed through this front window. It's all boarded up now. These 4 thieves were in and out within 4 minutes. They didn't steal a single firearm, but they did leave behind plenty of footage with their faces all over it.
Surveillance video shows these 4 guys doing some window shopping at M&J Firearms. Seconds after taking a look, one of them takes a rock to the front window.
At that point, they all take off running, which I'm assuming is because they were waiting for an audible alarm.
The group returns, and one even gives the camera a good, clear shot of his face before climbing into the shop Sunday morning around 2. Fortville police believe these thieves came to Main Street on a mission.
Oh, they did. They had gloves on, and one was wearing sunglasses in the middle of the evening. They obviously had bad intentions.
You can see 2 of the thieves with hoods over their heads looking everywhere through the store, dragging things out from the corner, and even the fridge wasn't off limits.
It's obvious they were looking for firearms, and it's obvious they didn't get any.
They bring out their flashlights and continue to search. The shop owner didn't even have to be there, but he still outsmarted these thieves. At closing time, all the guns are locked away in a secure spot.
The store owner takes extra care and extra caution to make sure that he empties the cases out so he doesn't have a incident where the guns may be in the wrong hands.
This thief finds a gun case thinking he finally found what he came for, but when he opened it, it was empty, and he ended up leaving it on the sidewalk before taking off.
We hope that someone out there that can identify them and give us the leads that we need, and that's what we're looking for now is the public information to get put out there so people can call us and let us know and we can put the people who did this away.
The thieves did get away with some accessories, but nothing major. Detectives told us they are looking into the possibility that these suspects could be connected to other break-ins. In Fortville, Lindsay Eden, CBS 4 News.
Lindsay, thank you. A Brownsburg woman found dead in her home tonight. Investigators are trying to determine how her dogs may have played a role in her death. Police say 61-year-old Lola Endress was found last night by her son. There is evidence that Endress's 2 English bulldogs bit her, but the coroner says that's not what killed Endress. One dog had a history, though, of aggression toward a previous owner. Police say that it's possible a dog attack caused a medical episode that did kill Endress.
Marion County residents will vote for more than just a new president this November. Tonight, the City County Council passed a proposal that puts mass transit on the ballot. It means voters will decide whether to raise income taxes to pay for new Indigo bus routes and rapid transit lines. Lots of supporters showed up for tonight's meeting, but some council members say they're concerned more taxes could hurt the less fortunate in the city.
I mean, if we're going to be a strong, viable city, and, you know, we spend money on plenty of things like stadiums, so why wouldn't we spend money on making sure that our infrastructure is strong?
We need to cater to those who are in highest need, and this does not cater to those who are most transit dependent until years down the road.
November referendum would decide a tax hike that amounts to about $100 a year for someone making $42,000 a year. Also at tonight's meeting, the council passed a new ordinance that puts tougher regulations on drones. It expands on current FAA regulations on where drone users can and cannot fly. It bans flying drones at all major outdoor events. Council members want to put the ordinance into place before this year's 500.
A ballet instructor at Indiana University accused of sexually assaulting a student. Hua Ping Wang, a senior lecturer at IU's Jacobs School of Music, has been fired now and banned from the Bloomington campus after a student reported the assault back in March. IU staff filed the criminal report with campus police, but so far no charges have been filed. University officials say they are prepared for more students, though, to come forward. And former Park Tudor basketball coach Kyle Cox will be back in court tomorrow for a change of plea hearing. Last week, Cox agreed to a plea deal, taking responsibility for trying to coerce a teenage student into having sex with him. As part of that deal, Cox will spend at least the next 10 years behind bars.
It is a crisis at jails all across central Indiana. Several counties report their jails are busting at the seams, either at or above capacity. Let's take a look at Hendricks County first. Now, that currently has 252 inmates, but only 250 beds. Let's take a look now at Hancock County. Again, Hancock County reporting 176 inmates right now. That's about 20 over capacity. Last week, the jail had nearly 200 inmates. Over here in Madison County, now that jail is reporting around 230 inmates per day, which is well above their capacity with about 270 beds. And finally, here in Johnson County, they're housing around 344 inmates at the jail there in Franklin, which normally holds just 322. In Marion County tonight, the jail is at 95% capacity. Today, the Criminal Justice Planning Council held an emergency meeting on what the sheriff calls a crisis. But as CBS 4's Kendall Downing shows us, amid all that concern, there's no real solution yet.
For now, the solution for Sheriff John Layton and jail officials is to send Marion County inmates to other counties and maybe open up Liberty Hall for a potential overflow. But it all comes at a cost to you. The Marion County Jail, Jail 2, and APC can hold nearly 2,500 inmates. And through the spring, the populations reach close to that, sparking the call of crisis. Monday, Marion County Prosecutor Terry Curry asked the Criminal Justice Planning Council if they'd consider an emergency release proposal. But the council did not move forward with it. Some suggested community corrections could be in charge of supervising a heavier load.
We would have to sit down and plan for it, determining what the county is wanting us to take on. Then we would make a proposal based on what the request would be.
For their part, Community Corrections is already near maximum levels, supervising offenders ranging from mentally ill to violent that are awaiting trial or serving their sentence. They need more staff to supervise more folks being released who are now more dangerous than in years past.
We have more serious offenders that are in the jail now. So the question would be, who of those individuals do we release? And that's a more difficult question.
As for neighborhoods, some like Butler Tarkington are on edge about the whole dilemma, fresh off the heels of their own crime wave and arrests of a gang that police say targeted the neighborhood.
It's a tough message to hear that you weather a public safety crisis, violent crime spike at the end of last year, and then you have some recent success with arrests, but then just a few weeks later now, we're hearing that there's overcrowding in the jails.
But there have been some steps made to ease the burden there, like the creation of additional misdemeanor and drug courts, and commissioners at the Arrestee Processing Center have a little more latitude when it comes to bail. Johnson County Sheriff Doug Cox tells CBS 4 that judges there are being asked to speed up paperwork for inmates who are being sent to state prisons. The deputy prosecutor is also looking for any inmates who can be put on house arrest, work release, or electronic monitoring.
A former pain nurse in Muncie has her license back after agreeing to testify against her former boss. Susan Adams Hayes was charged last year in connection with the deaths of 3 patients at a Muncie pain clinic owned by Dr. William Hedrick. According to the Muncie Star Press, the State Board of Nursing ruled unanimously to renew Hayes' license on indefinite probation after surrendering her authority to write prescriptions. Hayes told the board the charges against her will be dismissed in exchange for her testimony against Dr. Hedrick. The Delaware County Prosecutor's Office says they have not agreed to any plea deal. She is due back in court next month.
A rush for guns. Hoosiers are buying firearms at record levels. The FBI says that they have processed more than 730,000 firearm background checks in the first 4 months of 2016. That's more than double the amount during the same time last year. Now, it's similar to a trend seen nationwide. Gun experts believe the 2016 presidential race and an increase in violent crimes are driving the surge in sales.
People that are concerned about certain things that are happening across the city. There is no community in Indiana that is safe 100% anymore.
Gun experts say the FBI has added personnel in an effort to handle the influx of applications. State police have also added resources to process requests for a license to carry a handgun.
We absolutely will not stand for that.
Hotels across central Indiana preparing for a busy 500 weekend. How they're also preparing to battle human trafficking.
Fiery footwear. One family's warning after a car fire they blame on their toddler's tennis shoes. And they say beauty is skin deep. Well, now there's a new way to avoid to add another layer to hide your wrinkles. We'll tell you about that.
Tonight, Colbert's all new with The Big Bang Theory's Kaylee Cuoco.
Can you fake your way through a scientific conversation now?
No. Plus, Senator Bernie Sanders.
Here's what happened today on CBS 4 this morning.
The jail system is in crisis mode. One possible solution is early release for some of the inmates.
Temperatures in the low to middle 60s. Again, you're definitely going to want to have the rain gear.
We have a new crash on US 31. Minor delays in that area. You might want to slid over to Madison Avenue.
The reserve tickets may be sold out, but good news, there is still plenty of room on race day.
And tomorrow, IKEA is coming to Fishers.
How city planners are going to get a little pickier with the development in that area.
Wake up with us tomorrow starting at 5.
There's a lot of people in Indiana waking up a tad earlier these days. You see, with Mike Pence as governor, Indiana's economy continues to soar thanks to lower taxes, improved schools, and investment in our infrastructure. Companies are moving here, expanding here, and building here, leading to the lowest unemployment rate in years and 135,000 new Indiana jobs. Mike Pence, keep going and keep Indiana growing.
When the green flag drops, so do the prices at Andy Moore. Now you can save thousands on every vehicle in stock and get $500 more for your trade. You really do get more at Andy Moore.
Choose a new 2016 Fiesta or a new 2016 Focus for only $99 a month, or $12,000 off a new 2016 F-150 XLT Super Crew truck.
And get $500 more for your trade. But hurry before the checkered flag flies.
Find your new Ford on our 40 acres at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield.
This is CBS 4 News with Debbie Nuts.
Board and nothing to do cost these homeowners over $50,000.
Vandals hit a Noblesville home under construction not once, not twice, rather 3 times over the last month. And every time there has been substantial damage. Plaster poured down drains, cabinets ripped out, and even hateful messages left behind. The family is now offering a $1,000 cash reward for information that may lead to an arrest.
Security cameras are now up at a Johnson County cemetery to deter grave robbers. Park Cemetery in Greenwood installed the cameras after a recent rash of thefts. Nearly 20 urns have been stolen since last fall. The cameras cost that cemetery about $1,000.
Well, a race for law enforcement just 3 weeks before the Indianapolis 500. The big race, like many other big events, brings with it the realities of human sex trafficking. The Indiana Attorney General's office is leading the charge now, along with tourism and industry.
CBS 4's Charlie DeMar joins us now with what's being done to prevent sex crimes. Charlie?
Bob, Debbie, good evening. This is a major problem for the tourist industry and law enforcement alike. And it is a $150 billion criminal enterprise that has creeped its way into Indianapolis and other major sporting events that we have hosted, like the Final Four. The Attorney General wants hotels and law enforcement to be on the lookout. As the month of May revs up for the 100th running of the Indy 500, the brakes are slamming down on human trafficking or the buying and selling of people for sex.
We've been trying to be very aggressive about this. Again, it's not something we're going to tolerate here in Indiana.
The Indiana Attorney General is warning police and the tourism industry about the signs of human trafficking.
Thank you for calling Baymont Inn & Suites. Alexis speaking. How may I help you?
Here at the Baymont Inn & Suites,
we absolutely will not stand for that.
The hotel near Speedway already on the lookout.
We are educating our staff, housekeeping staff, our front desk staff on different things to pay attention to.
Paying in cash, poor physical health, signs of drug use, and young girls with older men. Just some of the patterns to be mindful of.
We understand that it's going on not just in the city, but around the world. And we want to be a part of the solution, not the problems.
During the 2015 Final Four, there were 18 commercial sex arrests. The AG reported a spike of more than 100 online ads every day.
Indianapolis is not a friendly place for human traffickers, so we try to let people know that we don't tolerate this in Indiana.
It's so imperative that you pay attention. Sex trafficking is a very, very serious thing.
And later this week, the Attorney General's office and the FBI will be going around to hotels near the Speedway, just like the one you saw, giving them a refresher on the important role that they play in putting a stop to sex trafficking. In the studio, Charlie DeMar, CBS 4 News.
Charlie, thank you. A warning for parents tonight about those light-up shoes kids wear all the time. Fire officials in Texas believe a 2-year-old shoe may have caused a car fire. The child wasn't wearing the shoe at the time, but the fire did burn a hole right through the floor and melted the passenger seat.
I'm just glad that my son wasn't wearing it at the time. And if he had been wearing it, I don't know if he could have told me my foot's hot, you know, and I don't think he could take it off by himself.
Those shoes are powered by a lithium battery, which have been linked to fires sparked in things like hoverboards and e-cigarettes.
Well, researchers may have finally come up with a product that will truly make a person look a little younger. And invisible second skin that hides wrinkles and makes under-eye puffiness actually disappear. This is a film-like substance called XPL. It is short for cross-linked polymer layer. The artificial skin, which is created, tightens and smooths out the wearer's natural skin. It's applied in a 2-step process. This new skin can withstand all kinds of wear and tear and actually washings up for 24 hours. It also protects a user's skin, particularly over wounds. Researchers at MIT and Harvard developed this second skin. It is not known yet when it will become available to the public.
Hoosiers will feel the heat this summer. Experts at the Climate Prediction Center expect higher than normal temperatures this June, July, and August. The rain we're getting right now could actually prevent a repeat of 2012, when central Indiana sweltered in record heat and extreme drought. Burn bans and restrictions on lawn watering went into effect that summer. We all remember those days.
Yes, we do. That was a hot summer.
Well, if there's anything good to say about all this rain, I guess it is going to keep it from being a long, hot summer, because right now, man, Just get used to it.
Oh, yeah. No shortage of rainfall over the next couple of days. You've got heavy rainfall coming in late tonight for tomorrow morning, and again tomorrow afternoon. On Live Guardian radar, just some scattered showers across central Indiana right now. The heavier rain we had earlier is now lifting through north central Indiana. There's a wave that moved on through, but we got more showers and storms developing back to our west. One cluster of thunderstorms now across Illinois. Stronger storms down across Missouri. They'll track off to the east and scrape across south central Indiana, but we do expect some heavy rainfall to develop and be here just in time for the morning drive, so you'll have wet weather to deal with tomorrow. 3,700 of rainfall here in the city today, almost a half inch of rain up in Lafayette, so some of us got a pretty good soaking. Today was the 8th day out of the 9 days of the month of May for us to get some measurable rain. Only had one dry day so far this month. In addition to the rain, we also have some fog building in outside right now. Temperature 59 degrees. Visibility is about 5 miles with a southeast wind at 13 miles per hour. Visibility about 5 miles in Lafayette, 8 miles in Peru, and 7 miles in Muncie. So you have difficulty seeing out there late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Fog and rain combined will slow things down for the morning rush hour. So watch out for the kids at the bus stop tomorrow morning. We'll have some rain around, the temperature right around 60. Then tomorrow afternoon, the temperature right around 70 with a mix of clouds and sunshine, and scattered strong storms are likely coming up late tomorrow afternoon. Our two computer models indicating over an inch of rainfall coming our way over the next several days, so this is going to continue to be a soggy week of weather. In fact, we got a daily chance for scattered showers and storms in the forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Dry weather during the day on Friday, but more rain is likely late Friday night into Saturday morning. It could affect activities over at the Motor Speedway coming up on Saturday afternoon. The greatest risk for any severe weather across central Indiana tomorrow, not for us down across southwest Indiana. That is where that risk is going to be, but we may have to lift that farther northward depending on how far those storms track coming up tomorrow afternoon. CBS 4 Future View shows you the wet weather you're going to be dealing with for tomorrow morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely for us during the day early on, and then we'll see another wave of rainfall coming up later in the day. In the forecast for the overnight period, down to a low temperature of 60. Temperatures start to rise after midnight, and then during the day tomorrow we'll see the high at 72. A mild day with showers and thunderstorms and a south wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. In the 7-day forecast from the Weather Authority, the high temperature at 80 with thunderstorms on Wednesday. Showers and storms are likely on Thursday, the high at 77. Then dry and cooler on Friday with a high at 68. We'll have a chance of rain coming up on Saturday morning, but dry Saturday afternoon with a high at 62.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, we are just 20 days away now from the 100th running of the Indy 500. And this year, race fans may notice some big changes in the city of Speedway. A 10-year, multi-million-dollar overhaul of Main Street features new bars, restaurants, and shops. The new expansion aims to make Speedway not just a destination for race fans.
You know, here on Main Street, there's entertainment, there's dining, there's things to do. That's as much a part of racing, but really we've tried to focus on making this an innovation destination.
Now, in addition to new places to eat and live, the area will also be home to several new high-end manufacturing facilities.
Now, we are so looking forward to the 500. I know all the drivers are as well. I mean, it's going to be a great race this year.
And they'll be in town this week for the GP, of course, coming up this weekend. Yeah, obviously we've been previewing it probably for the past year. It seems like ever since the 99th was done. 100th is right around the corner now. Well, all the Cubs touch this year turns to gold. And sterling silver Borg Warner might be the exception, though. The trophy visited Wrigley tonight. Could the Cubs extend their win streak? You'll find out in sports next.
Toyota time is on now with great deals on your favorite Toyotas. But hurry, this event ends May 31st. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2016 RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
53 years of, well, life, I guess. And after 53 years, I needed someone who would care for him. And care for him not as a patient, but as the love of my life.
Let Kindred help. Call 1-866-KINDRED and a registered nurse can walk you through care options and our locations that best fit your needs. We can help explain insurance, Medicare, or answer any other questions you may have. Helping you and your family is just one more way that Kindred continues the care.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Hi, Ashley. It's great to see you. We love Ashley. She's one of our regulars.
Fresh from the oven.
At Kroger, we're family. And so are our customers. My mom always said, to have a friend, be a friend. Come back soon, Ashley.
You know we will. The Buy 4, Save 4 sale is on now. Mix and match great items like Pepsi, Doritos, Bounty paper towels, and more. Great food, low prices at Kroger.
Things that happen on Tuesdays. Papa Murphy's $10 Tuesdays. And
soccer practice, softball practice, tuba lessons, t-ball practice.
Papa Murphy's $10 Tuesdays. Any large pizza, just $10. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's.
Love at 425 degrees.
Listen up. This is the time, this is the place. And this is Ford F-150, the truck that goes toe-to-toe with your life. Made of high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy that pulled the highest safety rating the government can give. And with Pro Trailer backup assist, it's like having your head on a swivel, pal. So load up your crew. This is the time.
Now get an F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months or up to $7,050 in total savings. See your local Ford dealer.
We all know of a great little town. It makes us smile, it makes us happy. Deluxe and I are trying to help that community be even better.
Deluxe is investing $500,000 in revitalizing one small town's main street. We received more than 9,000 nominations from towns across the country, and now we have narrowed it down to the finalists.
The mom and pop shop, the little retail store, that's what makes our communities great.
All these towns are facing real challenges.
Go to smallbusinessrevolution.org and vote for Wabash, Indiana.
Toyota time is on now with great deals on your favorite Toyotas. But hurry, this event ends May 31st. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2016 RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Indy Sports Central, presented by Ortho Indy.
The NBA's coaching carousel began to turn this afternoon. The Sacramento Kings are first to get their man, and that's former Memphis Grizzlies coach Dave Joerger. His deal is reported for 4 years and $16 million. Nothing official newly for Frank Vogel, and nothing with the Pacers search today. The Vertical reports Joerger's old team, the Grizzlies, reached out to Vogel at least, so that process appears to be at least in motion. No doubt Vogel will receive plenty of interest with his success over the past few years in Indianapolis, and Paul George would approve. PG posted a picture on Instagram with a lengthy text, including here, to one of the most influential men in my life. Our relationship and love doesn't end here. Thank you for the journey and the memories we shared together. #togetherness. Another journey comes to an end this year as the Fever's Tamika Catchings plays her final WNBA season. 2-0 in the preseason, the Fever hosted Media Day this morning. Coming off a WNBA Finals appearance last year, the squad is primed for season number 2 under head coach Stephanie White, who says she's certainly more ready for the challenge this year, but could always use some more time to prepare.
There's still the feeling, though, of a little bit of organized chaos in terms of how we put it all together. But overall, just really excited to finally be back in the gym, to have, most of our team here in the month of April instead of the month of May was really cool, too. So I'm just ready to get going.
Really trying to find that chemistry amongst ourselves like we had last year at the end. But hopefully we can find it earlier this year and really, start off the season great, go through the middle, and get to the end.
Well, here's a look at the beginning. Fever season and home opener comes this Saturday, hosting the Dallas Wings. It'll be a good homestand to start things off. 3 straight at Bankers Life Fieldhouse before road game number 1 at Minnesota on May 27th. The Cubs pushed their win streak to 7 and their major league best record to 24-6 last night. But those marks are on hold. The Padres in town, and it looks like they brought the rain with them, it seems. Mother Nature, the only force capable of bringing the Cubbies to a screeching halt right now. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. First game at 12, game 2 at 7. To the minors we go. The Tribe start a road trip in the Salt City of Syracuse today. 4th inning, Indians down 1-0 until Cole Figueroa connects to deep right field over the fence and gone. His second jack of the year. We'll jump to the 9th. Indy down 3-1. Alan Hansen, leadoff batter, looking to lead them to a comeback. Once again over the right field fence and gone, but that's as close as the Indians got. Syracuse wins 3-2. That is sports for this Monday evening. Tuesday evening? What day is it? It's Monday.
Yeah, better be Monday. All right, thanks, Dave. We're back with more after this.
Thanks for coming today. I want each of you to grab a 2x8 and cut it. You'll have 2 saws to choose from. You all chose the best tool for the job. Wouldn't it make sense to make the same choice when it comes to your truck?
Absolutely.
This is the 2016 Chevy Silverado.
Nice.
A good-looking pickup. Incredible. I love it.
Find your tag and get a total value of $9,000 on this Silverado Double Cab All-Star. Visit ChooseYourChevy.com.
turning point for me to come in and decide to get help, my teeth were all loose. They were about to fall out. And not having teeth was not an option. You don't realize how it changes your life. You don't smile, you can't eat.
When it's time to do something about your poor dental condition, the specialists at Turning Point Dental Implant Center are here to help.
It's overwhelming.
Give us a call or visit turningpointdentalimplants.com.
Can you see the difference? Indiana veterans certainly can. Indiana Funeral Care is the only funeral home in the state to be endorsed by the American Legion Department of Indiana. Complete funeral and cremation services in your church, American Legion post, or public building at half the price of a traditional funeral home, anywhere in Indiana. Respectful, simple, sensible Indiana Funeral Care.
Whoa, that doesn't look good. No, not you. Ordinary fuels can clog your engine with dirt. It's like lugging this around. It's dragging down your fuel economy. But over time, using new and improved BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean up that dirt, like hundreds of scrubbing brushes. So that means a cleaner engine, which helps you get more miles per tank. I'll be here if you need me. New BP gasoline with Invigorate, our best fuel ever.
It's May, and that means it's time to race into Andy Moore to find your new vehicle. With more than 500 vehicles in stock on our giant lot, you'll find your new car, truck, or SUV at Andy Moore.
Choose a new Buick Encore, a new Buick Verano, or a new GMC Terrain. Your choice, only $179 a month. Or get up to $8,500 off a new 2016 GMC Sierra.
These deals are going fast, so race in today for your new Buick or GMC.
Only at one of the country's biggest dealers, Andy Moore Buick GMC in Fisher.
So memories are made at the prom, right? Well, for one high school couple in Colorado, their pre-prom picture is what's really memorable. Look at that. They were photobombed by a tornado. Watch out. The storm was headed toward their town on Saturday. They were standing about 3 miles away from where the half-mile wide tornado touched down. You can almost hear the tornado sirens, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the prom was not canceled, by the way. It was just delayed until the area was safe.
Wow.
They did get an epic picture out of the deal.
They did.
Sure did.
It's a unique twist to the story.
Yes, it is.
So to speak.
I like that. Yep.
I'll let myself out.
Yep.
Final look at the weather.
We got some heavy rainfall building off to our southwest and light rain across central Indiana right now, but heavier thunderstorms now moving through Missouri will start to approach us and give us a chance for some heavy rainfall early tomorrow. Scattered showers are likely throughout the day on Tuesday, the high at 72, 80 with a chance of rain coming up on Wednesday. Showers come to an end on Thursday, dry and cooler by Friday.
Thank you, Chris. Get all the latest overnight news plus weather and traffic on the 4s on CBS 4 this morning starting at 5 a.m. And that's it for CBS 4 News at 11.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is next. Have a great night.